Hey everyone, welcome back. My name's Dustin Kreis, and today we're going to do a game discussion. We're going to talk about this game right here, Dragon Quest Builders on the PlayStation 4. Beat this game about a month ago. I've been really bad about sitting down and making videos. In fact, I have a list of videos that I need to make, and I just need to sit down and find the time to do it. I might try to film 2 videos today. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, we're going to talk about this game right here. This game might go down as one of the bigger surprises for me. As you guys know, I love the Dragon Quest series, and I love supporting the Dragon Quest series. And when they announced this game, I was kind of like, okay, I'll pick it up just to support the series. Don't know when I'll get to it. And then for some reason, I just felt the need to throw it in. Just throw it in, see what it was like. And I got kind of hooked on it. I actually really enjoyed my time with Dragon Quest Builders. Really surprising because I've never really figured myself one to get into sort of the Minecraft style games. And really, I don't really feel like getting Minecraft or any of the other, of these Lego style games, I guess. Not Lego games, like, because I hear the Lego games are really good, but like these Minecraft style games. Still not really my cup of tea. In fact, if this game didn't have the Dragon Quest world around it, I probably wouldn't have gotten it. If it wasn't Dragon Quest, I definitely wouldn't have tried it. But a really, 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 really fun game. Basically, the entire idea of the game, it goes all the way back to Dragon Quest 1. And in that game, when you get to the final boss, the Dragon Lord kind of gives you a choice on how you can end the game. Either you can choose to side with him and rule half of the world, or you can fight him and defeat him. And this game takes the path of the hero choosing to side with the Dragon Lord and plunging the world into darkness. And several, I don't know, hundreds of years later or so, a lone person wakes up, and this person is the legendary builder. And it is up to you as the legendary builder to rebuild the world of Dragon Quest 1. And as the game tells you time and time again, you are not a hero. You are simply here to put right what was wrong. And the storyline kind of goes from there. And it turns out in the end, you kind of are a hero, but there's a cost to that. And it's a really fun little story. Nothing mind-blowing or world-shattering. Really, the entire enjoyment I had from this game was from the gameplay. I enjoyed the storyline and sort of the revisiting of old places from Dragon Quest 1 and sort of seeing things change a little bit. But at the same time, this isn't like a Persona game or like Nier or something like that where you're going to get really engrossed in the storyline. From a gameplay perspective, this is where this game really shines. It's an action RPG, not turn-based at all, and you're dropped down into this world with nothing but a club and a few little items, and then you have to scavenge. Destroying objects gives you materials, killing enemies give you materials, and you use all these materials that you find to build up these ruined towns. And they're all the towns from the original Dragon Quest game. And this is where I got a lot of my enjoyment from, because exploring these areas that are, I remember so fondly from playing the first Dragon Quest way back in the day. Dragon Quest 1 is the first RPG I ever played. And so it always has like a special little place in my heart. But the sense of exploration you get in this game, and climbing up a mountain, and moving over the mountain a little bit, and then all of a sudden you see like either a mine you can go into, or this. In some cases, there's these huge buildings or a huge fortress that you can go to and explore and things like that. It was just really fun to run around and explore. It was really fun to build up my town and kind of craft it how I wanted it. The landscape kind of gives you an idea of how to build the town. But if you want to, of course, you can completely destroy the landscape and then start over from scratch if you wanted to. And there was a little bit of an issue with laying blocks down. Sometimes I'd lay them down in the wrong spot because I couldn't really see what I was doing from the camera perspective. But those sort of what do I want to say? Those sort of little things are kind of few and far between. For the most part, it's a really, really, really enjoyable game, and I was surprised at how taken I was with it. It's kind of a long game too. I remember playing the first chapter and being like, "Oh my god, there's 5 more chapters of this. Like, this is going to take forever to beat." But there's these little things, not so much trophies, but they're like challenges for each of the chapters, and you're supposed to beat like the first chapter within like 20 days or something like that. And I beat it in like 80 because I was just taking my time and exploring. So I wasn't going to be able to beat all these challenges because I just didn't want to rush through this game. Maybe if I go back in a few years and play it again, I'll go and try to do the challenges and try to beat it as quickly as possible. But, it's just these really fun little things. You get really hooked on building that next sword or building that next table or something for your town. As you play through the game, you unlock this thing called Terra Incognita. And it's basically just your free build mode. And I was going to kind of mess around with that, but I figured at the time it's best just to put the game up and start playing something else because I'm getting very, very, very behind on beating games and playing games. So, but anyway, when it says on the back here, explore a vast open world, it really is a big, big world, big monsters. This is, other than Dragon Quest Heroes, this is one of the first Dragon Quest games that really kind of shows you the size difference in all the enemies. Like I don't remember what they're called now, but in the original Dragon Quest games, they were called Atlases. They're the huge blue Cyclops guys with the clubs, and they're just massive in this game. It's really cool to see like all the different sizes of the enemies, and then kind of translate that back to other Dragon Quest games when I play them. Just remember like, oh yeah, this is supposed to be a massive, massive monster. So yeah, really surprising how much I enjoyed the building, the crafting, because especially with games like the Atelier series, I kind of played Rorona for a little while, and I had a bit of a fun with it, but I didn't get like locked in to the crafting and things like that. But for some reason with Dragon Quest Builders, I got really locked into wanting to make everything that I could. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because it's Dragon Quest. I don't know. From the music standpoint, wonderful remixed orchestral versions of original Dragon Quest music that you've heard from all the other games in the series. Definitely, when I got to that first chapter and got outside the town and it started playing the overworld theme from Dragon Quest 1, the nostalgic strings in my heart just started playing. The entire game is a huge celebration of Dragon Quest. From the music, from the characters, from the kind of the situations, the monsters. I mean, everything. It bleeds love for the series. So, with the music and the sounds, there's no voice work in the game or anything like that. But from the music, really, really enjoyed it. But then again, I love Dragon Quest music. If you don't love music from that series, you may not like the music in this one. Graphically, the graphics, this game is not going to set the world on fire, but I don't really think that's the point. It's very cute, very serviceable. The environments look very blocky because it's based on a Minecraft with the cubes and everything. So everything looks really blocky, but at the same time, when you start to take into the vastness of the world and how you can dig through mountains and dig underground, and it's really a kind of an impressive game, going from its size and stuff, and the fact that everything is completely movable. It gets more impressive when you start really thinking about it. But just on the initial looking at it, you're like, this is a PS4 game? What's going on here? But at the end of the day, I had an amazing time with Dragon Quest Builders. I would recommend it. It's probably pretty cheap now, I would imagine. I would imagine the price dropped quite a bit. I supported it because I wanted to support Dragon Quest. It's up to you guys, when you want to buy it, if you want to buy it, if you want to try it out, I recommend the game. I think it was a lot of fun. Had a great time with it. It's not going to be the best game I played this year by far, but at the same time, it was a wonderful way to spend, I don't know, about 40, 50 hours, and I really enjoyed my time with it. So that is Dragon Quest Builders on the PlayStation 4. I think it's also on the PlayStation 3 or the Vita. I think it's on one of the other systems, but don't quote me on that. I don't know because I just picked up the PS4 version because I have PS4. I don't see anything on the back here that leads me to believe. But anyway, nothing like cross-buy or anything on the back here that would lead me to believe that there was a Vita version. But anyway, that is it for Dragon Quest Builders. A really great game. Had a great time with it. Not going to knock the barn doors off of anything, but you know, you'll have an enjoyable time with it if you like the series and if you like what it's doing. If you don't like what it's doing, then you know, stay away. If you really hate Minecraft or anything like that, just stay away from it. Don't even try it. But yeah, that's it. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you next time.